Ladies and gentlemen, now today I wanted to have a bit of a chat about the Omni situation in 3 weeks, man. We've went from flying high on the end of Alliance War season to today where yesterday evening we were informed that Omni is disbanding, which is really unfortunate, man. As I mentioned on Twitter this morning, great group to play with, but I wanted to make this video to kind of share the perspective as an observer, because I was never an officer, didn't want anything to do with responsibility, because I used to be a guild leader back in the day, man, in MMORPGs such as World of Warcraft and Rift, and it took up so much time. So, you know, with a YouTube channel and trying to have a life outside of my parents' garden, I just don't have time for the officer stuff. So this is just from the perspective as a member of Omni, an observer, just to give you a bit of a rundown on what happened. Because I already see kind of people circling kind of full information. But to put it simply, man, it was just a bad Alliance War season. A very bad Alliance War season with a lot of stuff going wrong. And it's really unfortunate. So to kind of walk you through how the season started, the very first war, we match up with MMX and we lose. Because MMX, man, you know, despite being involved in many piloting scandals, they are still by far the most stacked alliance by an absolute landslide. I mean, have a look at their rating, man. It's just absolutely ridiculous. They're still like 7 million ahead of every single other alliance. So yeah, they are not an easy opponent to fight in war at all. So we lost to them. I think it was by something like 8 to 10 deaths, something like that. And then next up, we fought ASR, who are currently a top 3 Alliance War alliance, man. And ASR, they are hardcore, man. They do not throw like any deaths at all. So we lost to them as well. And then next we go for the matchmaking, and we're matchmaking and hours are going by and all the other alliances are matching up with various alliances, because we have you know, connections and all sorts of alliances. We have friends and we're kind of messaging people like, are you matching, like, are you getting matches? And then we just completely miss the matchup. We miss it. We don't get matched with any alliance. And during the time that we were searching for matchmaking, like at least 10 other top alliances got matched with other alliances, so we just completely miss out on a war. So in the first week we've took 2 losses, one to MMX, one to ASR, and we've completely missed out on a war due to no fault of our own. Like, we delayed it a little bit, a few hours, but it wasn't like a mega like last minute delay. Again, during this time we're in contact with people, just kind of messaging around like, you know, are you matching, is matchmaking broken? And yeah, we just completely missed it. So the first week, man, we're sitting on 2 losses and a completely missed Alliance War. And if you know the top of Alliance War, if you miss an Alliance War, mate, you are absolutely shafted for the season. So at this point, you know, we have a few people that, you know, maybe are fairly newer to Omni, and they just decide to go, fuck it, you know, I'm not missing out on, like, top bracket rewards, I'm gonna bounce, and then over the next few days, have to try and sort out some recruitment in terms of the officers. And when we go into the next war, we're down 1 player. So that one results in a loss just because we are missing, you know, 5 defenders, the diversity there. And also, you know, 1 player is just an immediate loss if you're in the Master Bracket Alliance. So the next one, man, we managed to recruit somebody. We get a win. Happy times, boys. Very happy times. But we're still on 3 losses, 1 missed Alliance War, and a win. And the next war, man, we lose by 1 death. It was so gutting. It was like 20 to 19 in the end, with, you know, diversity and factor as well. So yeah, it was just absolutely gutting for a lot of people to lose that by 1. And at this point, man, you know, we're looking at the placement. We're in gold 1, boys. We're in gold 1. We've been absolutely ruined by terrible matchmaking, missing an alliance, you know, alliance recruitment circumstances as well. So yeah, it's just the case of like, it was completely F, like player morale like is just down on the floor, like nobody can be bothered, especially over Christmas as well, kind of looking at the next 2 weeks ahead and having to do Alliance War and stuff like, you know, Christmas Day and around the Christmas season and New Year's Eve, and everybody's like way too stressed out at the moment. So they made the decision, and also this decision was made after going into yesterday's war for, because we got a new recruit, and that new recruit, we queue for war, we match yesterday, right? And then the new recruit, 30 minutes after we've matched, gets banned. So we take on this new guy, he gets banned, so we're down one player, which is, again, another loss. So the season is completely fucked. And, you know, Voss, the officer, he comes forward. He's like, lads, like, we're disbanding for now, because this just, you know, the officers, they've got way too much to deal with. And again, you've got to bear in mind that the people running these alliances, they're just people as well. And people are very, very busy over the Christmas period. And add on top of, you know, like, playing high-tier alliance war, managing all of the defense, all of the offense, doing map 6, doing all the moves yourself, coordinating all the lanes. So managing all that, doing that, and trying to have a life work outside of that is just insane. It's just an absolutely insane stretch for what has been like a very terrible couple of weeks. So yeah, Voss called it yesterday, man. He messaged in chat, we're making the decision to disband, and I was like, you know, I think a lot of us kind of saw this coming. Like, we were like, we don't really blame you, to be honest. Like, so it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Just a very, very terrible circumstance that is kind of fueled by the Alliance War season structure. Kind of fueled, 100% fueled. But it's, yeah, just really, really unfortunate there. So, what I can say is that there are so many great players in Omni. We had a really, really great time. Voss, a lot of the leadership, did their absolute best to keep the alliance together, doing a really, really great job, and I really thank them for kind of putting up with my scrub ass for such a long time. I really did have kind of a great time being part of Omni, and I wish nothing but the best for every single member of Omni for the future. Again, it was just fantastic playing with you all. Just some very unfortunate circumstances that led to where we are today, but aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that probably for the rest of the day, maybe the next day and a bit, that I will not be in an alliance, kind of exploring some options at the moment, but I have my eye set on a particular alliance that may or may not be shooting for the 5-star Thanos and beyond. So yeah, we'll see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens there. But with every end, there are new beginnings. And at the end of the day, I feel like, regardless of like what alliance I'm in, like I've got so many friends in the Marvel Contest of Champions community, and like not playing in the same battle group is not going to change kind of the banter that we have on like Twitter, Line, all sorts of places. So, you know, even outside of that, we can still keep the friendships going, still keep the banter going, and I'm very, very happy for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the story. Again, a bit of an unfortunate end, but wishing absolutely nothing but the best to everybody in the future, and also best of luck to everybody playing in the current Alliance War season. I hope you do well, I hope you smash it, but aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.